I have a few stories that I can't explain. When I was about 13 I had moved to a bigger house with my mom and two younger sisters. One was about 8 and my youngest sister would have just turned 2. It was just your standard 3-bed mid-terrace. It was a council house built around the 70s, so it wasn't anything fancy or exciting, but it was more spacious than where we previously lived. The previous tenant was an older lady who had passed away. We know this because the house was still fitted with her walking aids, and we continued to receive her mail daily. As well as that, the house looked like it hadn't been redecorated since she moved in years before. Mint green painted walls with flowery borders along the top and a purple carpet. The day we moved into the house, we began organizing and unpacking as you do. My mom decided to have a break and take the girls to my grandparents' house for a while, so they could have something to eat and get ready for school the next day since most of our things were still in boxes. I decided to stay back to get some more unpacking done and fix my room up a bit so it wasn't so bare. I've always been an introvert and enjoyed my own company, so staying home alone from a fairly young age was normal for me. The house fell silent as the front door closed and I watched as their shadows slowly disappeared from the frosted glass panes. I continued what I was doing for a few hours as day slowly turned to night. I felt this overwhelming sense slowly wash over me that I wasn't alone. I was upstairs at this point and heard footsteps coming from downstairs. I thought my mom and sisters had arrived home and I just hadn't noticed them. I yelled out hi and waited for a response or even the pitter-patter of my baby sister's hands and feet as she climbed the stairs to greet me as she often did. Nothing? I was confused, so headed back downstairs to check. No one was home and I was still alone. I then started to hear what sounded like footsteps come from directly above my head. It felt like it went on for about an hour, but it couldn't have been more than 15 seconds. I was standing under my sister's room that they were due to share and their floorboards squeaked more than the other rooms in the house. They had the master bedroom since there was 2 of them sharing and were young with lots of toys and could use more space. The room also had a strange feel to it. It felt colder than the other rooms and felt much more uninviting, but I could never put my finger on why. I decided to stop what I was doing for the night and wait for my mom to return home so everything could feel normal again. This is only one of the many stories I have from when I lived in this house. If anyone's interested in hearing more than LMK, in my opinion they get creepier, but thought I would start at the beginning.